Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another fantastic Sunday of Talking Sports. I am Jack Stash, Fantasy Farm Sports. We've got the OldGamerGK Entertainment, Greg Kratzer, with us. How are we feeling, Greg?
As every Sunday, we are doing great. We are bringing the energy. We are 2 NOSes in, so we're ready to go.
2 NOSes?
Ready to go.
God, you can't even put that in one of your cars.
No. Only in the stomach. Cast iron over here.
NOS in the stomach. I like it. I'm black coffee guy myself.
So anyway, I just want to quick happy Father's Day, late Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We didn't have our podcast last week because it was Father's Day. Jack and I, we had some stuff to do with the family, so we took the week the week off. And so we are back. But happy delayed Father's Day to all the dads out there.
We were grilling just like you guys were. Grilling.
Yeah, we were too. Yeah.
Hanging out.
We had the Blackstone out.
Yeah, by the way, there wasn't a ton going on, right? We've got it's a little bit of a lull.
It's a really slow period in the sports season. It really is. But maybe PGA tournament was last week. Pretty decent tournament. What's his name? Came back at the end. Oh, it was incredible. He's 60-something foot putt to win it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. He was down by 4 strokes with I think it was 7 holes to play. He was down by 4 strokes. So awesome. If you guys haven't watched it, don't go through, don't watch the whole thing. Just go in under YouTube after you guys are done watching the Every Point Sports podcast. Put in the Oakmont last week, the tournament, and just the highlights of the final round. Telling you, you guys won't be disappointed. There's some really, really good shots there, and some people really choked too. So
it was a fun tournament.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing:
Oakmont's like the hardest course to play on too. They say
the Masters is the prettiest tournaments.
Yes,
right, and that's truth because some of the prettiness is definitely sprayed on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they spray on some green, they make it look pretty for TV, but the U.S. Open, to me, is the most difficult tournaments. It's made that way. The difficulty is definitely present. The frustration beams through the golfers. And you could sit here and go, well, Scheffler's the best, or McIlroy's the best, or DeChambeau. Listen, they play the prettiest courses, and I understand they have the distance and they're great golfers, but if you're playing pretty courses every week, I mean, it's pretty easy to just knock it out there and put it in the fairway. You're playing the guys that were at the top of the leaderboard for the U.S. Open, those are your road warriors. In my opinion, they are the premier prime best golfers. They don't deal with the prettiest greens. They don't get the best clubs. They're constantly on the road. They don't get first class. They're on a bus all the time. Those are the guys you should be learning from. Scheffler, great. McIlroy, fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but they're not road warriors. They don't have to.
Those guys, they know how to manage those courses perfectly. They don't rely on their long ball. They don't rely on a special shot of theirs. They manage the course, and you've seen that last week. The people at the top of the leaderboard, they didn't have the longest drives. There's a couple of them that skyrocketed. Don't get me wrong. A couple of them, I know the one that I forget who shot it, but it was crazy. It looped right around. It was a perfect shot. It really was. He ended up getting eagle on the hole. But it was so I don't want to say that there wasn't, but those guys at the top of the leaderboard, they just hit the ball differently. They hit the ball straight. They hit it. They can maneuver their ball left, right. They could hook it. They could fade it. They're a master at their craft, and they just don't rely on a one-trick pony.
Well, those are the guys that are playing. They're literally playing for meals every week.
Oh, yeah.
That's how good those guys that aren't getting the greatest sponsorships. They're not getting commercials on TV. Those guys that were in the U.S. Open last week are playing for dinner every single. I'm telling you, those guys have to play 300 times a year and be great at golf. And you know what? Maybe the greens aren't firm this week, and maybe they are. I'm telling you, those guys that have to manage out of that kind of rough are constantly doing it. I think it's really impressive. I was more impressed with their play and watching how the Schefflers and DeChambeaus and McIlroys dealt with the difficulty of a course instead of the prettiness for which they're given all the time.
Mm-hmm. And if you really think about the four majors, you got the U.S. Open and the British Open. Like you just said, the courses aren't pretty. Like the British Open, I mean, the rough would come up to you in our waist. You know, like like they're hitting out of hayfields up there.
The whole tournament, you're like, is it raining or is that guy crying? I can't tell. There's water on his face.
Yes. And then the other two you have the Masters and you have the Players Championship. Masters, we always know, very pretty, pristine course. That's what the course is. And the Players Championship is the same thing. It's always a pretty course.
Right. And, it's great. Masters, green jacket, all that other stuff. But I was much more impressed with how the premier golfers handled the U.S. Open. And, they looked like they play a lot of pretty courses. They look like, things have been given to them. They didn't do well. They didn't perform well at all.
No, but like we said, it was a great a final round to watch. Golf has been kind of this year, up and down with the tournaments. But this one here was definitely one to watch.
All right, now that we're cranked up, let's talk about our Game 7. Game 7 tonight is between the Indiana Pacers, 8 o'clock, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you've been living under a rock, you haven't been watching any NBA. I've had the pleasure to watch a few of these playoff games. I think it comes down to a couple things, right? It comes down to, will Tyrese Halliburton be healthy enough to go all night? I don't think that I think the point guard responsibilities have been taken off of him, which is good. He's 6'7". He can play small forward in this NBA or shooting guard. TJ McConnell, like, people don't understand. TJ McConnell at one time was Mr. Indiana, right? Like, you have to be the best basketball player in the state of Indiana to don that title. That's it. People are, oh, this TJ McConnell guy is pretty good. Yeah, he was once the best basketball player in an entire state. If he can get to a spot within 7 to 8 feet, you're in trouble. And the thing with TJ McConnell is he could run the hell out of you. He's like, he's Jalen Brunson that isn't allowed to dribble the air out of the ball. That's what he is. Right? He's not given the luxury. So if you want to run all night, TJ McConnell is going to be there. Enjoy your day. Because I'm going to tell you, this guy could probably play 3 games. I'm exhausted watching him run, and he will chase you everywhere. He's really turned this series into a scrappy dog. He's your Dellavedova. Remember when Cleveland have him? He's Peyton Pritchard for the Boston Celtics. This dude is everywhere. He's a nightmare. No one wants to deal with him in OKC. And I think that I still don't think they have answers.
What are your thoughts? I do agree with you to a degree. I think Indiana does have the deeper team. But
one thing they don't have. Let's talk about what Indiana doesn't have, right? Because Indiana doesn't have Scott Foster. And Scott Foster. Well, he's the lead referee that calls all the fouls against Indiana. Every single game Indiana has won, Scott Foster isn't even on the refereeing crew. Right? Because OKC doesn't get bailed out in runs. That's speculation. No, it's not. He was mentioned in the paperwork when Donaghy got busted for fixing games. Scott Foster.
We talked about this a couple podcasts ago. We talked about this.
But it's playing true. Every single game he hasn't been present, Indiana has won. They won last week. Or to push to Game 7. They won the other day. No Scott Foster. Guess who you're going to see tonight? Scott Foster. I'm just saying.
I have a couple points to make before I actually give my thoughts on who is going to win. It's been 9 years since a Game 7 in the NBA Finals, so it's been a while. The home team in Game 7s in the NBA Finals are 15-4. So that's kind of huge right there. Couple thing that could happen today, and it's gonna blow you away, actually. What's his name? SVA, right? That's his name, right? Yeah.
SGA.
What? SGA. I don't know why I keep wanting to put a V in there. Every time I say his name, I always want to put a V in there. I don't know why. He could end up winning the MVP, the scoring title, and the title in the same year. The NBA title in the same year.
Not done since Michael Jordan?
Since Shaq. 2000. Okay. MJ did it 4 times. 98, 96, 92, and 91.
Oh.
And the only other time it was done, Lou Encindor back in 1971.
I would have thought LeBron did it.
Yeah, no, LeBron did not, but Jordan did it 4 times. Now, in all these cases, though, every one of these, when they won the title, they also won the MVP of the finals too. So,
when
like, he could do all this
ever. When you proclaim yourself the greatest ever, I thought you would be at least on that list.
You would think you would be. Yeah. Originally, I wrote down MJ 3 times, and I was impressed. And here, my eyes just weren't working in the morning, and it was 4 times. Like, are you freaking kidding me? 4 times. That's unreal.
Like, Bobby Knight praised him. Think about that. Bobby Knight doesn't praise anyone. Bobby Knight goes to church to criticize the priest. That's I'm saying. That's what he does.
No, I get it.
That's what he does. So when he all the time praised Michael Jordan, it's like, look, man, just leave it alone. Just be happy with what you have and what you are. You're second best, maybe. That's
and kind of my X factor in this whole game, and I'm sure you're probably going to agree on it, isn't a player. It's not a player. We talked about this when what's his name was on our last podcast.
Liam.
When Liam was on, we talked about him about being the deciding factor in Game 5. Was that Rick Carlisle? He's the difference. He's the X factor. He's had a master class in these NBA playoffs in coaching. It's nobody. You can't even compare his coaching to anybody else in the NBA playoffs.
Carlisle's awesome.
He has come up with every answer any team has thrown at him.
Hey, can I give you breaking news? I got to do this because we're talking about the NBA.
Absolutely.
All right, breaking news. Suns trading Kevin Durant to the Rockets. Just broke.
To the Rockets and not the Knicks.
To the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in the draft, and 5 second-round picks. Suns trading Durant to the Rockets is live now. It just happened.
I like it. I like it. It gives them, I mean, they're already a young team. It gives them a veteran presence. Durant doesn't have to be the man. He could be the role player. That's all he wants to be anyways. He doesn't want to be the man. That's all he wants to be is a role player. Imagine if he had even a little bit of the drive that Kobe or Jordan had, what that guy could have become.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that coach down there in Houston is going to expect many things from Durant. And I think Durant is going to, he can resurrect himself and win a title in Houston.
I like that move. I like that move a lot.
It's huge. And the Knicks will now be terrible for the next 15 years again.
Yeah, I thought this was a chance for them to really solidify that team by going after him, because they were going after him pretty hard from what I heard.
Mike Tyson's got an old phrase, right? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Remember that old Dave?
Yep.
The Knicks didn't have a plan and punched themselves in the face.
Yeah.
You know what phrase that is? Woof. All right, now we'll figure it out. Do you know how nuts that is? That is the craziest thing on the planet. To punch yourself in the face and have no plan.
Yeah. That's the Knicks, though, for you. That's the Knicks. You end up getting a decent team around you, getting a good coach. You go to the playoffs. You go to the conference finals. There's that buzz around New York again with the Knicks involved. And what do? You blow it up.
Do you know none of this would have happened with the New York Knicks without Phil Jackson? I was a terrible general manager. Not only was he a great general manager, he brought in Kristaps Porzingis. He helped them. He brought in Carmelo Anthony, got them a couple, got them into the playoffs. He wiped out their balance sheet that was $75 million in debt to zero. So they were able to pay for players in the future. He wasn't a good general manager. Why? Because he fell asleep watching boring players at the combine. Maybe you're boring. Maybe you're boring. If you listen, you ain't no different than my high school chemistry teacher telling me about moles that aren't the animals. If you're a little boring, right? You make me fall sleepy. Oh, do you know what the element NU? No, I don't. I don't, and I don't really care. You're boring.
I don't really care.
I don't really care. As if you can't generalize it for the public, which is sitting in front of your classroom, this is your problem. You make me sleepy. All right. Oh, look, I can dribble a ball in between cones. So can a fourth grader. It's $75 million in debt and still got them to a playoff berth.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're the laughing stock of the NBA once again. Congratulations, Nick. So you really, where's my cheering section over here?
Here, I got mine.
Yeah, what do I have? Oh, what the Knicks deserve.
You got the crickets.
The Knicks deserve. That's right. That's the coaching candidate.
But you know what's sad is that the Knicks aren't going to hear crickets because the Knicks sell out no matter how bad the Knicks are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's sad. Because if the fans would just revolt a little bit, maybe they'd have to change their philosophy. But they don't because they don't really care.
Well, yeah, because
it's one of those things. Who cares? We're going to sell out next year anyways.
Well, they're a 2-bridge, 1-tunnel town. How the hell do we get out of here? Well, I guess we'll just go to the pizza shop down the road and watch the Knicks game. We can't get out. They can't.
Go down there.
You want to watch a sporting event or go to Broadway? And Broadway, yeah. I mean, that's really what it rolls down to. I believe this game is going to be super tight. And although I made jokes and made light of the whole Scott Foster fixing games, because he does, he fixes games. I made light of it. I don't believe he's going to. I think he's going to let them play. I think this game is going to be all about letting the players play. I do believe the better team is the Indiana Pacers. And I don't believe that Gilgeous-Alexander's going to have it. They figured out Williams a little bit too, the Pacers. We'll just put Siakam on him and have him guard Siakam and see if he can fix and stop Siakam's fadeaway. By the way, 6'10 and all arms.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll tire Williams a little bit. And we've got McConnell running everywhere. Hey, TJ, can you give us 90 minutes tonight? Yeah, that's great because there's not that many minutes in a game. And he's just running everywhere. No, and that's just what's going on. By the fourth quarter, he's a little tired, but the three guys that have been trying to guard him can't stop him still.
Mm-hmm.
And he's built low to the ground. He hits those little fadeaways. My prediction is Indiana takes it tonight, and I think that OKC is going to play a good game, but they're going to be very tight. I just see the tightness. I think when the going gets tough, Indiana can find the toughness, and I don't think OKC can.
All right. I'm going the opposite way. Even though I think Rick Carlisle is the X factor, the difference in it, and I think he's going to be the reason why it is close. I'm going with OKC. I think they're going to end up winning it. It's been back and forth. One team wins it. The next game, the other team wins it, back and forth. It's hard to go against that 15-4 record in game sevens. So yeah, I'm going to go with OKC. They are young, so I'm not worried about the energy. I think they're going to have it. But yeah, I think the only reason why it's going to be close is because of Rick Carlisle. I really think the Indiana's going to have a hard time shooting tonight. I think they're going to be off. I just have a gut feeling that they're going to be off. They've been so good throughout each game against OKC. Even the games that they've lost, they've been good. It's just maybe like the middle of the third quarter is where they kind of lose it, or or something like that. There's like a 5-minute period where you could point in why Indiana lost that game. I just think they fall apart a little bit this game, and Rick Carlisle can't really bring them back around. I think OKC does win it, but I agree with you. It is going to be close.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana's going to be shooting the ball much at all. I think they're going to just go to the basket. I think they're going to go to the basket early and often, because if they have to shoot it late in the game, then at least they've provided enough so that they can get rebounds over a tired team. I think OKC's got no physical presence.
But that's but they what was that? Game 5. How many block shots was there? It was ridiculous. It seemed like every time they were driving down and they pull up for a mid-ranger, or they tried to get that little layup, there was 1 or 2 guys there and they just swat the ball away. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to end up happening. Like, OKC's just going to be swatting that ball away.
Oh, that
Every
was the
time they
game.
were going down the court, Indiana, I was like, they're swatting the ball away again?
It was also the game that Indiana led the whole way until Foster's whistle went off.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Mhm.
I just literally sat there. I had a cigar in my hand, and I go, "Well, you're not the only thing on fire. That whistle's on fire." I mean, dude, that whistle was going off more than I was hitting puffs, and I enjoy a good cigar. I hope it doesn't go that way, because I think that if we got rid of all the referees and this was just war on each end, I think Indiana's a better team pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
I just, they're more physical. They represent the newer NBA. And again, if Carlisle gets them going to the basket early, all physical, go to the basket. I don't care. Let's make this 98-92. Indiana can win it. Halliburton's not going to be pushing the ball. It's going to be McConnell. It's going to be dribble, run an offense. If you can make Oklahoma City Thunder play half-court basketball, they really struggle there.
Mm-hmm.
They really want to be outrunning almost as much as Indiana does, and that's how they want to have it. Chet Holmgren's been absent. So
yeah, but I think you're going to see him this week. I really do. This game.
I think every time he's had an opportunity to step up, he looks thin. He looks like he needs
he is
10
thin. He's
I know, but he
very
looks like he needs 10 pounds of muscle. He like Porzingis was thin. He would dunk it on you and say something in his rookie years,
thin.
right? When he, in his couple years when he was young with the Knicks, he would do that. Chet Holmgren's a cupcake. He's the third guy in the commercial that you watch, right? With it's Gilgeous-Alexander, Williams, and then Chet Holmgren. And Chet Holmgren, I think at his best, can give you 16 and 11 in a physical series, and he hasn't really done.
But he's better on the defensive side, though.
Yeah,
he does give you that shot blocking ability on the defensive end.
He tries.
I just really wanted to see what the lines on this game was. OKC is given 7 by DraftKings, and the over under is 214.5.
So it's gonna be low scoring.
Yeah, that's what they're predicting.
Knockdown, drag out between 7 points. I like Indiana in that game.
I like Indiana within 7, but I don't think Indiana's going to win.
I mean,
I think OKC's going to win, but 7, that's a lot.
214. Can OKC win a 214 game? Yeah, real interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to wait till 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock is the tip tonight. What else we got?
Earlier you were telling me big MLB news. You were telling me about a player that came up.
Oh, you want to talk about him? He's
Yes. I think we should. I think everybody should know about this guy. You made a very interesting comment to me, and so I'm very intrigued. You told me that within a couple years he could be Aaron Judge like.
Yeah. So let me.
That's what intrigued me.
So all right. So the MLB right now is calling up players. Okay, they're calling up What's tough to understand about Major League Baseball is the simple fact that when the Major League Baseball draft happens and then these players go to AAA, they don't get called up right away. Maybe if you're a pitcher, like a Skeens or something, they call you up and they see what you have early. But if you're a hitter, they want you to get used to players that used to be in Major League Baseball. You know what I mean? Right?
Mhm.
They want you to get into the groove of the travel and the rigor and all this. Listen, you've played college baseball, you've played high school baseball, but triple and double A is where you're going to cut your teeth. Major League Jack Caglione of the Florida Gators from last year, super high draft pick. I think he might have been the first pick. Okay. He just got called up to the Kansas City Royals. That's not the guy I'm interested in talking about, though. Even though Jack Caglione is fantastic, he's going to be a great player. The guy I'm talking about is Nick Kurtz. No, Jack, who's Nick Kurtz? He's an Oakland Athletic first baseman. He was called up roughly 6 weeks ago. And what's interesting is Tyler Soderstrom was having a great year at first base. Greg, he was batting like 310. And then went, yeah, you know what? We're going to call this kid up who went to Wake Forest, who was pick 4 in the Major League Baseball draft. Right? It's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. 6'5".
I didn't know that. Lancaster, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Lancaster. He's 22 years old, 6'5", 240. 6'5", 240, and right. So he's got 138 at bats now, right? He's got 34 hits. Again? Nick Kurtz, Kurtz.
Kurtz. All right,
Kurtz. He's got 10 home runs, 25 RBIs, and he's batting 246. He's got an on base percentage of 305. Right? His debut was April 23rd, 2025. Dude, he's fantastic. I believe that within the next 5 years, he is going to rival Aaron Judge with home runs.
Okay.
Dude, ready?
Wow.
I want you to hear this. Ready? His last 15 games, he's got 8 home runs and 17 RBIs.
Wow.
He's on a tear.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick Kurtz, I'm telling you, Nick Kurtz is going to be the real deal. And he's going to, and you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea because it's just the Athletics now. They were the Oakland Athletics. They're moving out of Oakland. You know when the press is going to get a hold of his name? When they move to Vegas. When they are the Las Vegas Athletics, Nick Kurtz is going to be the 4th biggest name in baseball. It's going to be Aaron Judge. It's going to be Ohtani. You know what's in the middle of New York and California? Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas. And I'm telling you, the kid, so he hit a home run the other night. This was the greatest thing I have seen, right? 10th inning, right? You obviously need a run. Guy starts on second base. I don't love it, but it is what it is. Guy starts on second base. Kurtz is up to bat. He walloped a 443-foot home run. Grabbed the bat in the middle of it and spiked it to the ground. Yeah! And ran the bases. This dude is college baseball fun. And he doesn't even know he's in the major leagues. He's just a big kid. And he's figured out how to hit the ball. I mean, 8 home runs in the last 15 games.
Yeah. He has a slugging percentage of 514.
Yeah.
On base percentage of 305.
That's what you're looking at right now, huh?
Yeah. I pulled up his stats so I can get a whole a visualization of what you were saying. Yeah, he's
240.
killing it. Yeah, 18 runs, 25 RBIs in 138 bats, 34 hits. Yeah, he's crushing it. And like you said, right now he's had a 5-game stretch that's been unreal.
It's unmatched.
Yeah,
he's literally I know that Judge is having a little rough patch right now, and a couple of these other hitters.
Yeah, but earlier in the season, he was crushing it. Judge was having a crazy first 3 weeks of the season.
No, I'm with you, but so the 2 best hitters right now in baseball, currently right now in baseball, the best hitter in baseball is Nick Kurtz. The second best hitter, you can flip these guys both. Cal Raleigh, that catcher out of Seattle. Mm-hmm. Cal Raleigh is leading the majors in home runs, got 30. I mean, he is built like a bomb. And he's having fun, too. He's a great catcher. I'm telling you, Cal Raleigh is a monster out of Seattle. This is no knock on him. But Nick Kurtz can't even grow facial hair. Can't even grow it yet. Okay? And he's going to be, if you guys look at, I'm a big card collector, big card seller at Fantasy Farm Sports. Buy all the Nick Kurtz cards you can. I'm telling you. I'm trying to get my hands on all of them because they're cheap right now. But Day's not going to be cheap very long. He's a rookie. He's a real deal rookie, baby. And I'm so excited. Like, think about how exciting it is for me. It's more exciting for my birthday's in April. It's on the 27th. He debuted the 23rd.
Nice.
And now I'm seeing what in the beginning he was kind of guessing. Now he gets into 4 and 5 pitch counts, and the pitcher's like sweating because he knows Big Nick's gonna catch something. And maybe he only needs a single. Maybe if you get far, you miss the fastball. You gotta wait for the breaking ball because the breaking ball is all you're gonna get. Nick is taking it. 8 home runs in 15 games.
Yeah. Now that's a nice story.
I'm so pumped, and I'm telling you, guys, listen, Aaron Judge there was some guy like me talking about Aaron Judge before Aaron Judge was Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
I just said Aaron
absolutely.
Judge. Right? Nick Kurtz is going to be fantastic. They moved a 320 hitter to the outfield because they knew how good this kid is.
Now, Tyler, this kid, according to his thing, he can play first base, right field, or left field.
Yeah, but he's 6'5", so you want that big target for
for first base.
And the Athletics are going to be great in general. They have a player in Jeff Wilson that's going to the All-Star game. That's a shortstop, batting 320. He's got over 100 and some hits already. I mean, Jeff Wilson is having an absolutely monster year. But when you're going to sell tickets, like Nick Kurtz looks like Jose Canseco. He looks like a Bash brother. Remember the Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, the Bash brothers. Nick Kurtz looks the part. 6'5", 240. That's all man, dude. And when he grows into all this and has a real off season, I am so excited for the Athletics moving to Vegas and Nick Kurtz being stamped everywhere on billboards.
All right, guys, a name to look out for. Make sure you guys pay attention to that name. Start following him a little bit.
All my fantasy drafts, and he hit home runs back to back. I went, Nick Kurtz, baby.
All right, so that's our MLB news.
Love it.
On to NFL. NFL news. OTAs just ended for most teams right before training camp. Training camp starts in about another couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. Some teams a little bit earlier. But anywhere from mid-July to end of July is when training camp starts for the teams. So we're right around the corner from real practice football. OTAs, you guys already know how Jack and I feel about them. We went over this 2 weeks ago, what we thought of OTAs, what we think the importance of it is. So we're not going to rehash that. We're just going to go through and talk about some highlights, some key points that's going on around the NFL. One thing that I thought was pretty interesting, Caleb Williams taking all snaps under center this OTA. What do you think about that, Jack? What do you think about that? Do you think that's significant or not really?
When they compare it, everybody gets crazy, right? They compared Caleb Williams to Patrick Mahomes when he got out of college, right? And you guys went crazy. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Well, but watch them play. Watch the play style. Watch Patrick Mahomes, how comfortable he is in a pocket. He is not. He likes to get out of there pretty quickly. And he'll sit for a second, but he doesn't love it. Neither does Caleb Williams. And I believe that playing under center will help him get a little bit more comfortable in the pocket. The problem is that you either are or are not comfortable playing in the pocket. Right? And I don't think Caleb Williams will ever be truly a pocket passing quarterback. He doesn't love it. He doesn't love having guys at his ankles, at his feet, stuff like that. There's certain guys that don't mind it or love it. Baker Mayfield can have guys thrown at his feet. He doesn't care. Joe Burrow, give me the pocket. He loves the pocket. He can figure it out and move it and all that other things. Some guys love it. Some guys don't. You could tell. I mean, it's very simple. I think what Ben Johnson's doing is getting him acclimated more to a pocket, but I don't think he'll ever really truly live there.
I think it's significant for the fact that he didn't play under center throughout college. He his play calling broke down most of the time. So 77%, we went over this before, but 77% of his plays were off scheduled, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I think this is good because it gives him structure. You don't want to be at 3rd and 1, needed in 1 yard, and having to have your quarterback in shotgun because he's not comfortable under center. You want him under center so he can hand that ball off to the running back because you're closer to the line of scrimmage. That's just what you want to do, especially around goal line situations. You don't want to be 5 yards back from your line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. Because what? Because your starting quarterback that you picked at number 1 overall isn't comfortable under center? No, you want him to be comfortable in all aspects of the game. I agree with you also. I don't think he ever will be comfortable in a pocket, but you want him to feel more comfortable in a pocket. You want him, like Patrick Mahomes, to take that extra 1 or 2 seconds to diagnose the play a little bit and to try to get rid of it before you run outside the pocket, which that's what you want to do now.
Yeah, I think it would have been great if Chicago was able to put a couple pounds on Keenan Allen and turn him into a tight end. I think that would have been that was really the move that they wanted to make. For whatever reason, it didn't work out for him. It didn't work out for them.
No, but they drafted a tight end this year. I forget who it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's
good there.
Patrick Mahomes inherited Kelsey, and that helped him mature. But without Kelsey, does Mahomes really take advantage of the whole field? Not really. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had Tyreek Hill, and then he bombed the ball, and Hill went and got it. And then you have Kelsey in the intermediary. I know that we love how great Patrick Mahomes is and development and stuff like that, but he doesn't do as much. I'm not gonna say that he's a better quarterback or worse, but Donovan McNabb used to really be able to get a lot out of the wide receiving core for which wasn't great. I mean, Freddie Mitchell, and I understand that he had Terrell Owens at one time, but he used to get 5-6 guys involved everywhere, and Mahomes struggles that way sometimes, and I don't know if he'll ever again be able to get 5-6 guys, 7 guys involved all the time and make you defend every blade of grass. I just don't. Yeah, he's a great quarterback. He's a great talent. We'll see what this year looks like, but when he looks bad, it looks like Caleb Williams, and so that's a perfect evaluation of Caleb Williams, right? When Caleb Williams looks great, he'll probably look like what Patrick Mahomes looks like when he has Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey. But when Patrick Mahomes has looked bad in 2 Super Bowls now.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia's absolutely destroyed him. And I know that, Tom Brady won a Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Did you watch what Todd Bowles' defense did to him? It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And you think that if you were embarrassed once, you would get better and learn how to. And then a couple years later, he gets Philly and embarrassed again.
Let's face it, the 2 Super Bowls with the Niners, 3/4 of the game, he wasn't very good in those either. I know he won, but it was the last quarter of the game that he put it together and won. So
I'm actually with you on
stretches.
That. I'm actually with you there. I 100% agree that he doesn't, he's not a killer. He doesn't really come out of the shoot fantastic and adapt again, we love our Patrick Mahomes, but
yeah, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's going to go down probably as the second best quarterback ever to play the game once it's over with. Right behind Tom Brady. We before the podcast, you and I compared it as he's going to be the LeBron James of MJ.
Yeah. Look at Bill Belichick when he led the Patriots and it was Tom Brady, right? There wasn't a lot of players and coaches raising their hand to run that division.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't. There was Rex Ryan, who's half crazy. I think we can at least admit that now. Great coach, half crazy.
Mhm.
right? You needed half crazy to want to jump into that division, knowing what the juggernaut of the Patriots was. Well, let's look at Mahomes' division, right? I mean, Sean Payton raised his hand pretty quickly. Jim Harbaugh raising his hand pretty quickly. And Pete Carroll went, hey, I'd like to join the party, guys. I'm in. What are we doing here? And they're like, oh, yeah, we've just been, hold on, I'm going to start with a shot. All right. I'm like you guys now. That's just how Pete Carroll is. And he's fantastic. But no one's shying. No one's running from the Chiefs to go to other divisions and try to win them. I think that's interesting because Pete Carroll's like, I'll take Geno Smith. I'm not worried about that. What do we have? We got Bo Nix here, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. I've got Geno. And quietly again last year, Geno had a very good, not touchdowns year. Didn't have a great touchdowns year, but had another great yards year in Seattle. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of think that the enthusiasm of Pete Carroll and how the Raiders are putting together everything, they're going to be a problem that no one's really paying attention to. And, you know, Kansas City's getting caught real quick.
The rookie tight end that they drafted was Colston Loveland from Michigan. So that's going to be a nice weapon for Caleb Williams.
It
nice,
will be.
Tall guy, tight end. He can get vertical. So, interesting fact. I don't want to gloss over this real quick about the whole Patrick Mahomes thing. He took a $23 million pay cut by restructuring his contract this offseason. Just happened this past week. So that's kind of interesting. What moves are they going to make?
You know, there's the Tyreek Hill rumors are out there.
Yeah.
The Tyreek
There's rumors about Ayuk there too.
I mean, they're going to add somebody. They're going to add somebody because
real quick. I need to go on a rant here.
Oh God.
All right. Yeah. These articles that are popping up on Google from Sporting News and these so-called reputable sports sites.
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick with these guys. Get new freaking writers. Can you please? Like, I got a couple different articles throughout the week, and I'll give one example. Brandon Ayuk, looking for a new contract. This guy says $23 million a year he's getting paid. No, he's not. He's getting close. He's getting $28 million a year, and he just signed a contract last year. He's not looking for another contract. Like, can you guys just please do your research when you're writing these articles? A simple Google search. That's all you have to do. I'm not even saying hop on to your team page. I'm just saying quick Google search. Check what your stats are. Check what your contracts are. Check the numbers of your articles. Please. You guys are driving me crazy. You guys have no reason to be writing these articles at all if you can't get something that simple right.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. I get my sports news from Fantasy Farm Sports. I don't go anywhere else because I know the writers are good. I don't have to waste my time.
It is driving me crazy though. Like seriously. And like Sporting News, they're supposed to be a reputable well, at one point they were a magazine, a newspaper magazine, and now they're a website. So please get different freaking writers.
So they can't,
or at least hold your writers accountable for what they're doing.
They can't even find their way on the shelves anymore.
Oh, driving me. Yeah. I was like, when I read that, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go on a rant on the podcast about this.
It's okay. They're trying to put their little letters together on their typeboard. They're smart guys. They go, yeah, I think we have an idea. Yeah. Well, you don't. You don't force.
Yeah, no, you have no clue what's going on. And you should do what other websites do. Have a team writer so they know what the hell is going on with that team that they're writing about.
Yeah, like I don't know. I get home late sometimes. I know.
You know?
I do other jobs besides this one. And when I get home late, I pick a team to watch. I've been watching the A's all season. So I know what Nick Kurtz is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was interested. Like you have the thing is that I'll watch sports like this all the time. I watch sports not sitting up. I watch the game like this. You get me to sit up, I'm interested.
Mhm.
That's just how it is. And I was interested why Oakland or the Athletics wanted to move their 320 batter who was at first base all the way out into the outfield because he was the vocal leader for the infield for this guy that they drafted fourth out of Wake Forest. I was like, this
Mhm.
guy's kind of dumpy. Like, I don't know. Is he really worth messing up your cohesive unit? Right? Jeff Wilson, Soderstrom, they were buddies, right? Like there was a whole thing going on. And I went, well, for a week or two, and I saw him pop one. I went, oh, okay. Well, this guy, yeah, you had to move him, but you had my attention when you did something like that.
Mhm.
Right? Like these writers, they don't have my attention. They really don't.
Last thing I have to say about the whole NFL OTAs or anything like that is I pretty much think we always knock the Browns and laugh at the Browns how their organization is ran and what they do there.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals are right there with them anymore. I think you kind of have to start putting them in the same category. Like, how much of this is going to blow up in their face? They can't sign their first round pick. He's threatened to go back into the draft next year. They're Hendrickson. They're right. What's his name? Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson. They're defensive end, back to back, 17.5 sacks. You can't re-sign him. You don't want to re-sign him. You promised him last year you would re-sign him. I mean, when you start promising your players and then the next year you're even after they have a great year like he did and you're not paying them, that's going to follow you.
Yeah, the Bengals aren't run great. They got Burrow and they got lucky getting Burrow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how it is. You gotta look like you got a plan. You gotta look like you got a plan. You gotta look like you're planning and you're trying to get some momentum in a certain direction. Because if you don't, you can't sell anybody on it. That's just how it is. If you can't sell the product or the dream or the future, you got a real problem. Because then you're not going to sell merchandise. Like what think about these teams, right? A lion's just a lion. Unless you're in the jungle, then it's a problem. Right? Same with the Bengals, same with right? So how are you going to sell these things to the public? Well, you're going to need good players. You're going to need a couple of victories. You're going to need. But the first thing you need is a vision. Right? And then you need to get a couple wins, and then you need an advertisement group. Obviously, that's all the things you need. The Bengals have Joe Burrow, and that should be good, right? Because that's what they're doing. They don't have a defensive vision. I'm pretty sure they don't have, a defensive mind in the room.
I don't think they're going to have a defense period next year.
And, you had a quarterback who had the most passing attempts last season, and he'll probably have the most passing attempts this season.
Yeah.
Because you have a good running back in Chase Brown, but he's not a banger. He's not going to slow down other linebackers. It's just not who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have a guy that slows down other linebackers, how are you going to sustain 10, 11 play drives? And you're going to need to do that because you ain't got a defense. And see, now
that's the thing. Even their offense, like you just said, isn't built for that. With Higgins, Chase, Brown, like they're not built for that 10, 11 drives. They're built for that, couple run plays here, then a little pass over the middle or over the top for 40 yards, and the next thing you know, it's a touchdown. 3-4 play drives.
Bombs away. Yeah, that's what the Bengals are good at.
And listen, Burrow can do it. But you need somebody to stop the other team. At least a couple times. You don't have to stop them every time. Give me a mediocre defense, and I'll win games.
Here's some more baseball reference. I like the Phillies. I like watching the Phillies. I like all the A's. I like the Phillies, though, as well, right? You're up there close to Philadelphia. Phillies are fun. Phillies have a great team. But the Phillies only hit bombs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they do. When Bryce Harper play, it's Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber. They hit bombs. They're fun, right? Hot dog.
Fun. It's like a beer league. You
It's
know?
great.
Yeah.
And then what happens is when you don't hit bombs, you don't really get on base
You
well.
can't produce runs. You can't play small ball.
That's right. And they run into a team like the Diamondbacks who are scrappy and taking bags and stealing bases all the time. And all of a sudden, when the bombs stop, Arizona still finds a way to get bags and you don't. And then you lose the series and you're looking around going, well, we hit the home runs. Well, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's what happens with the Bengals. Right. Burrow's just Harper.
Yeah.
Right. And when they're not hitting the bombs, then what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you get 3rd and 4? Well, I'm going to throw 40 yards. Why? You got to get 3rd and 4. You got to be tough enough to get the tough yards. You got to be tough enough to find a way that your guy stole 2nd. Well, how are you going to get him to 3rd when you got no outs and then pop one in the outfield and get that run in off a 3rd? Yeah, but it's only one run. You got one. Yes. It's only 4 yards. It's only 6 yards at 10 yards. Mm-hmm. It's simple math done with giants.
Yep.
Is what we're talking about here. And yeah, the Bengals are in trouble. The Browns, I mean, they'll be themselves.
I just think it's interesting how we're always talking the Browns, but we don't put the Bengals in that same category, and we really should.
It's because they got a sexy quarterback.
You know,
not like that.
No, they do, and they have two great wide receivers on their team, but you can't win like that. They showed it last year. You know, so like sign your disgruntled DN, sign your 1st round DN draft pick, bring in somebody I want to talk about real quick, Jair Alexander, who Lamar Jackson says, you know what, Ravens, I think you guys should sign Jair Alexander. 2 hours later, he's on the team.
Oh, that should be fun.
You know, like. And what did we talk about last year with the Ravens? What was their deficiency on defense? It was their secondary. They couldn't stop the pass.
Yeah, they couldn't.
You bring in, when he is healthy, he's still a legit starting corner in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Baltimore just you know, and everybody's been talking about, you know, where, you know, maybe this would help. Maybe this is why Cincinnati signed nobody. Maybe because Cincinnati likes flash. I'm not sure that they have flash besides offense, but maybe they bring in, let's just have the conversation. Let's just say they bring in Jalen Ramsey. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're trying to watch all these other contracts right now. I don't know. I'm speculating at this point, but maybe that's why they're looking to do that and then finalize these things. Either that or they hate defensive ends. You know, I don't know, but you're not going to even compete in that division. I mean, if you think, and I'm just saying this, if you think that, like, Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets to learn something, he learned. He's going to the Steelers because what he did in New York, he didn't like all of that. Right? So he sat there and he went, okay, I couldn't trust the coach in Green Bay anymore. Apparently, 4th and 7, down by 7 points to Tom Brady, and we've got a minute and 30 seconds left to go in the game, and you think we should be kicking a field goal. Gotcha. All right. Coach can't do math, or he's trying to make me look bad at the end of my career. I don't know. No, that's just what it is. Either you can't do math or you're trying to make me look like an idiot. So I have to leave here. Okay. So I'll go to the Jets and I'll be the coach, kind of, and I'll show up when I want to, and I'll bring some of my guys with me. Okay. Didn't really enjoy that experience either.
Yeah. It didn't work. Didn't work the way he thought it was going to.
Okay. So what do I really want here? I just want to play quarterback. I would like to win some games. But I need a coach that I can trust that's not going to put me in a bad or stupid situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin. This is great. It's a great. If you think he came there to mess around, he did not.
No, and they already like each other. We went over this last podcast. There's that famous clip after Aaron Rodgers throws that pass at the end of the game to beat the Steelers after they were up, and he gives a little like head nod and a smile over to Tomlin, and Tomlin gives them a head nod and a smile back on the sideline. There's that famous clip out there. So they respect each other, and you could tell they like each other.
Yeah. So Cincinnati, like you said, it is a great point. You know, everybody picks on Cleveland because, I mean, you know,
It's Cleveland. I mean, do you need to say more?
If I was like, hey, you know what you need? You need a guy who has 3 hands. If he had 3 hands, he'd catch more passes. Cleveland would go out and find a guy with 3 noses. I don't know why they would do that, but they would somehow come to a resolution that, oh, he could smell the blades of grass that have been run on. But I don't know what they would do. They would say something about Cleveland. Okay. The dog pound needs 3 noses. I don't know. It's really easy to pick on a team that does things poorly all the time. But let's not pretend like Cincinnati's done something fantastical either, because they haven't. All they've done is draft Joe Burrow and listen to him
And
about
Chase.
Jamar Chase. Right. But they listen to him about Chase. That's it. That's all they've done. Beyond that, I mean, 1 Super Bowl appearance, and it just wasn't good enough. And you're right.
Two.
All time, though? All
Yeah,
time.
2 all time. Yeah, 2 all time, both against the Niners. Or sorry, 3 all time. 3 all time, 2 against the Niners.
I'm just talking about the one with Burrow. Yeah.
I forgot the recent one. I forgot they actually went to a Super Bowl recently.
Yeah. So yeah, Cincinnati has.
Yeah, and that was because, like you just said, Burrow took the league by storm. Nobody had an answer for him and Chase. Nobody had an answer for that.
T.
Higgins was catching passes out of his ass. Like those 50-50 balls turned into 70-30 balls.
Well, and they have a great tight end there too that nobody really knows much about, right? They also have Jermaine Burton there, who is he's getting better by the second. I do think that offense is going to be potent. And listen, if you guys like Joe Burrow in fantasy football, it's a good move. I do want to say that I know that people love Mahomes and they love Allen and they love Lamar Jackson. Look, there's another crop of quarterbacks that you can wait on, right? You can wait. How about you can wait and take Jaden Daniels. You can wait and take Baker Mayfield through 41 touchdowns last year. You can wait and take a lot of these guys, Joe Burrow. You can wait and take these guys. If you think for 1 second that Sam Darnold is better than J.J. McCarthy, you're out of your mind. And by the way, he's getting the same team.
Yeah.
So he's getting the same team. I don't think that J.J. McCarthy is going to make more mistakes than a guy that he was beating out in camp last year. So, I mean, don't take a quarterback early is my...
No reason to. No reason to. I've always been a believer you take a quarterback late.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Except Trevor Lawrence. Stay away from him.
All right, I think that's all we got as far as sports stuff this week. But Jack has a box of cards here that he would like to do a live rip on. So since it's been a slow sports couple week, we thought we would do a live rip.
Yeah, why not rip some cards, huh?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll open this up. We'll rip some cards. If you guys want any of these cards, just message me. I'll sell them to you. Live rip. These are the Panini Phoenix. They have the quarterback for which I was just talking about, J.J. McCarthy, on the front. For all you Vikings fans, I know we have.
So this was last year, so J.J. would be a rookie in this set, correct?
I don't know if these are last year's. What did it say on there? 2024. 2024. So yes, J.J. McCarthy is a rookie. You don't get a lot of packs here, by the way. Real expensive stuff. So hopefully we get to rip something fun. I ripped a couple fun ones the other day. I ripped this was a cool one I ripped. Let's see if you guys can see this up on the camera. That doesn't look like anything special, right? But see those
No, that looks nice.
But see those arrowheads?
Yeah.
I looked on the back and it turns out that it was a numbered card.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. So those letterings, right? So it turns out it was a number card. And then I got this out of one of these packs. This is cool too. This is that Cooper DeJean.
I like that.
Rookie orange. It's that Phoenix Rising in the back. I just think it looks cool. So I decided to buy some of these packs. So we'll see what we're going to get live on the show. All right. I'll just read them out and I'll show you guys the special ones. Kyler Murray base card. I think I have 2 of them now. Gardner Minshew base. Breece Hall base. Trey Tucker. Not sure who he is. Base. Jonathan Brooks Rookie Rising. Here are your Rookie Rising cards.
Nice.
It looks kind of cool. I hope Jonathan Brooks plays. I don't know if he will play.
And Brooks, he was the guy from Texas, correct? Brooks
yeah,
was?
and if he's healthy, we'll be all right here.
Yep.
Rook Orotho, Atlanta Falcons rookie, and a Javon Baker, New England rookie. I actually like Javon Baker. He's fun. I like that he came out and he's like, I'm gonna be the best wide receiver New England's ever seen. It doesn't have to be true to be fun, right?
You're right. You're right.
You know, like the most boring team on the planet. You're like, I'm gonna win a job here, and I'm gonna go in that Hall of Fame. Oh, cool. All right, I like that. All right, what do we got? James Conner. James Conner on that's just the regular base. These are base cards, guys. DeAndre Swift, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman. These cards look great, though. Even the base cards. Look at this for a base card.
Oh, yeah. See, those are nice.
Those are really nice. You know,
those are really nice for base cards.
Yeah, and they're not.
Any other pack did come out as a specialty card.
They would. And it's not like you're Don Russ. Ooh, look at this. For all of you, Washington, and I could say it because the emblem's there. For all of you Washington Redskins fans, I got a Doug Williams, Gary Clark treasured tandems card.
Ooh.
So that's the treasure tandems that I was showing you earlier with the Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. But that's pretty cool. Look at that. Eat it.
For you young people that don't know, Doug Williams was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
That's right. Look at that. That's a red skin. I got a Donnie Mitchell rookie card. I think I got 40 of them, and I got a Kamari Lassiter rookie card to finish out that pack. This is not a great pack.
I just love that last name, Lassiter. You know, it just sounds badass. It reminds me of anybody, you, Jack, remember the movie The Program?
No.
It's a football movie. No? College football movie. Well, there's this guy called Lassiter. He was a DN. He's in the lift in the weight room, and the coaches are talking. He's the one assistant coach goes to the head coach. He goes, I think he might be on some. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, you could gain 30 pounds of muscle in an off season with the right diet and nutrition. And then he gets up and it goes the list of the starting DNs, and he looks and he's like, starting DN. He starts going nuts. He goes out, starts headbutting windows and breaking them.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's fucking awesome. Oh, it's great. I love that movie, by the way. The Program. You guys that have never seen it, please watch it. Great football movie.
Adam Thielen. That's a cool looking card. Romeo Dobbs, nothing basically. Ooh, this one. Now, you guys want to spend some money? You can spend some money. There's a rookie rising Phoenix Malik Neighbors.
That's nice.
That is nice. Malik Neighbors does pretty well in the card market. That one will go over there. Chop Robinson rookie card and Ryan Flournoy rookie card. These are starting to get there, guys. Starting to do a little bit better. I usually I know which packs do what. I kind of just threw them on the table. How about that?
How many packs are usually in that in a box?
6 packs.
Okay.
6 packs. 6 pack. You're paying a premium for these packs too. So that's the whole thing. Well, you're paying a premium for these packs. They're expensive packs, but hopefully we get something really cool. Bryce Young, not a rookie card. It's a base card, but like you've seen, the base cards look nice. Kyle Pitts, base card. Tyler Lock. Oh, it's a rookie contours. I don't know what it is, but I will show you. It's a contours, and see the RC? Contours rookie card. All right, so Tyler Lockett, and Contours rookie card is Adonai Mitchell. I got a ton of Adonai Mitchells. I don't know Adonai Mitchells. Boo, Adonai Mitchell. But that's the
end up
Contours
being something. He has the size. He has the speed. He was pretty decent at Texas.
Well, I won't burn it then.
You know?
I like those Contours
He needs
cards,
a quarterback. He really does. He needs a quarterback.
I like those
Anthony
Contours.
Richardson isn't the guy. That is a nice card. It's a clean card.
Yeah, that's a cool looking card. Jared Verse rookie, that's cool, and Xavier Leggett rookie. Not complete base.
The verse is nice. Let's see the verse one.
All right, so this is the verse card. It's a rookie. It's a base, but it's nice looking.
I say that because he is a stud. He's going
Oh,
to be
yeah.
really, really, really good for a while.
Yeah, that looks
Out of
good.
Florida State, correct?
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yep.
And then there's the Leggett rookie.
Okay, nice. He's
Yeah,
a
these
nice wide
Phoenix
receiver too.
Rising cards look great, actually. All right, we're doing okay.
Look at. Was he South Carolina?
South Carolina, baby.
Yep.
South Carolina. Oh wait, no, that's not how it goes. I was trying to remember that rap song from the 90s. You guys wouldn't know.
They
All
wouldn't know.
ripping more cards. All right, Gabriel Davis, not in the league anymore.
He's not with a team right now.
Yeah, neither am I. Gabe Davis,
not in the league.
not in the league. Bradley Chubb, Quincy Williams. Oh, look I got a purple card coming.
Ooh,
hold on.
Has to be Vikings.
No, it's purple something. Specialty purple cards is what you look for in these Phoenix Rising purple cards.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Christian Watson, purple. This looks cool. Look at this. Wait to see how cool this card is.
Nice.
Purple Phoenix. The purple's
That's nice.
cool. Yeah. The orange and purples are what you get. Rookie Rising Latu, rookie card. That Rookie Rising that we've seen before. I've got a Jonathan Ellis, Denver Broncos rookie card. He's a linebacker. Probably going to be somebody. Sean Payton only drafts the best. And I got another purple card. Purple card of Byron Murphy II. I don't know who he even is. Really.
He's a corner.
No, he can't be.
Oh no, Byron Murphy. I thought he was a corner. I'm thinking of somebody else then.
It's a rookie card. He's a DN, definitely, or something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, D tackle.
The savvy. I don't know.
Yeah, for some reason, corner was popping in my head.
I was like, listen, I don't know who he is, but there ain't no way he can eat a corner.
No, he's definitely not a corner looking like that.
That dude is hungry for corners. All right, we got one more pack. Those are both of our purples.
Byron Murray, maybe?
Those are both of our purples. They were pretty cool. This hasn't been the best packs. Oh, we got a Jamar Chase card. Catching Chase. Base, but still fun. Cortland Sutton. We all know who he is.
Yes, we do.
Logan Wilson. Oh, this is a cool card. This is a refractor card of James Cook. I don't think it's numbered, but it's definitely refractored.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that
card. Oh, this is a big hit. Actually, this is a big hit. This is a big hit out of the pack. No, this is my big hit out of this pack. Here it is, right here.
Oh, okay. Rookie too, right?
Yep. Caleb Williams contour rookie. That's super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one that you put in a sleeve right now.
Yep. That's where it's going. Contoured rookie, Caleb Williams. I got a Brock Bowers rookie and Malik Washington rookie. I got a lot of Brock Bowers rookies. So any Raiders fans out there, you let me know.
He's going to end up being a great tight end, guys.
He is. So that was our case rip. I got a couple fun little rookie cards that were base cards. These Phoenix Risings are pretty good.
Guys, if you ever get a really cool JJ McCarthy rookie, let me know. I'd like to get that from my buddy Nick.
Oh, I got a couple.
Yeah. Send me a couple pictures.
I will.
I'll pick which one I want. Yeah, I'd like to get him. I'd like to get him a rookie card, one of those rookies for him.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you come across a really cool Brock Purdy rookie for me.
I haven't gotten that yet.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, or you would have mentioned something.
But
if you do come across,
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like I said, I don't have any no Brock Purdy rookies yet. But I'll work on that. I'll work on some Brock Purdy stuff. All right. I think that's all we got today, right?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Yep. We squeezed out an hour. It was tough, but we did it. Guys, listen, I know it's a slow sports time right now, but Jack and I will still be bringing you as much news and information that we can.
Panini Phoenix, guys. That's what we ripped today.
Nice. Maybe Jack will have another box next week for us to rip.
Ooh, Jack's boxes. I think I'm going to get it.
We're gonna have to have a special segment on here that's called Jack's Boxes.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to come up with a graphic for it.
Jack's Bog, yeah. I mean, look at man. I'm getting some. So I got a contours Patrick Mahomes. Now I got a contours rookie Caleb Williams. I have another rookie
Nice.
Caleb Williams too. Caleb better have a year, baby.
Yeah, so I think that's about it, guys. As always, guys, we greatly appreciate you guys stopping by. We appreciate all your support. Stop over Fantasy Farm Sports over on YouTube. Stop over at OldGamerGK over on YouTube. Drop a like on our videos. Drop a subscription over there. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. But it does go a long ways for us. It gets our numbers out there. The more likes we get, it gets our video out there more. So we do appreciate any type of support that you guys give us. You guys are awesome. And as always, guys, we will see you next week, and be excellent to each other.
Before we get out of here, real quick, I just want to say this.
Okay.
If you subscribe to my channel, right, Fantasy Farm Sports, I will send you a base card of your choice for free. A base card.
Oh, guys, look at that.
So I will, like, if you subscribe to my channel and you're like, hey, I'm your new subscriber, blah, 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 I'll send you I'll send you this Jamar Chase base card for free.
So, guys, jump over to Jack's, subscribe over there on Fantasy Farm Sports, drop them a comment, let them know you're a new subscriber, and then you'll get a card.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll put you in running for other cards. I mean, obviously, we can't give away everything. I'll help you out.
There you go, guys. All right, anything else, Jack?
No, I'm good.
All right, have a great time, guys.